We just made it to the airport. My dude Will right here, Knowledge. We're going to Boston, no, DC first. Hartford, which is like an hour away from Boston, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then to New York, and then back home, all in a matter of like, yeah.
DC, we're gonna see a lot of brother.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an epic road trip.
So we're crunching all that in a matter of like what,
3 days?
3 days.
And then we got a nightclub convention. Literally, we jump off the plane when we get home. Ain't gonna stop.
Yeah. So you guys can see all of it, and this is where it all starts. Yeah, here in Las Vegas at the airport. So yeah, let's go. Everybody wants to be a touring artist, but you never see like the back end story about like artists having to sleep on the floor at an airport.
Yeah, we did
for
that.
5 hours because of a layover. So yeah, be careful what you guys wish for. All right, just touched down in DC. We just got our car, picking up this dope ass Camry. Bang, bang, bang. I think we're going to head to the club first, right? Yeah, so we're going to head to the club, set up real quick, then go eat because we both haven't ate for like 12 hours. So yeah, yep.
Cigarette, no drink. It's just difficult to think about getting late when you don't even get to see your face. I'm not insane.
Alright, so now we're finally ready, leaving the hotel. About to pull up to the venue, go pick up Scoop, and get busy. So.
Oh, you USB-C charger. Oh, I got one in the car. I got mine in the car, but I don't have a charger for it. Do you have the?
Yeah, I got it blocked. Alright, see, there you go. It all works out. Let's go.
There's something wrong with that next dog, Mongolia. Don't get too off the fuck on the phone with ya. Throw out that handicap. No stepping out till spring. In fact, it's difficult to sing when it's 20 feet long. And that's during the day. I'm not insane. I'm not insane. I'm not insane.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Currently out here in New York. I think I'm in Brooklyn right now. I just got done doing a little mini tour over here on the East Coast, and I want to tell you guys why touring sucks. So there's a few things I just really want to point out that like a lot of people don't really think about behind the scenes and just the kind of like traveling part of the whole process, because there's a lot that goes into it and people think they just want to like make music and tour, and it's like daisies and butterflies all the time when really it's not. So let's get into it. Suggest that really sucks about touring is being away from your loved ones, your family, your friends. Internet nowadays, we have phones, we have like social media, so it's really easy to get a hold of whoever you want, whenever you want. But the fact is like we're still a human. We still need those personal interactions at times, most of the time too. So whenever we're like on a flight or we're on a bus, we're on a train, wherever we're going, however we're traveling, we go a long time without seeing people, especially like during festival season, when we're just, you know, one gig to another to another to another, and you're just on the move non-stop. Then go anywhere from like 2 months, 4 weeks, 2 weeks, but like it's insane. And after a while it really does get draining on you because like you're just so far away from everybody for like a long time, so it can do a lot on your mental. Then traveling expenses do add up a lot, and it adds up really quick, especially for like parking, food, and like other small fees here and there. And it can actually take out like a chunk, maybe even like 1/3 of whatever you're getting paid by your booker that's bringing you out somewhere. So you always got to keep in mind that like traveling is super expensive. All these cities that you guys are always going to and what we're always going to is super expensive too. Seattle, New York, LA, Chicago, DC, wherever you're going, the prices are astronomical. It's insane. Travel anxiety. A lot of people get anxiety by being in like big crowds or just in unfamiliar places without anybody that they're with, and you know, the anxiety really kicks in. And this kind of ties back into the whole like missing your loved ones thing. If you're without people that you're comfortable with, it's really hard to engage and be civil inside of these like situations where you're just in a completely foreign place, foreign culture, and you just don't know where to go or who to talk to, and everything's just super intimidating. So social anxiety like can really get the best of you if you're not mentally strong enough to like be with it and prepare yourself and to cope with like everything and how it's dealing. The other thing that sucks too is layovers. Man, we were in Denver. We were in Denver for a layover for 8 hours, and that happens all the time. Like, people don't really get that like layovers are a huge thing. So what do you do for 8 hours at an airport? Well, we just kind of like posted up, and I honestly ended up sleeping for like 4 hours on the floor in like some little corner away from everybody, you know. So whenever you're ready to start traveling, if you are traveling, I highly recommend bringing a book, coloring if you're into drawing, whatever it is. Most importantly too, your laptop, so then you can create while you're like waiting in that intermission phase, and you can like be productive while you're still doing nothing. But yeah, layovers are huge, man. And missing flights all the time. Flights are never on time. You maybe have like maybe 5 to 10 minutes to run to your next flight if your current flight is already late. So yeah, there's a lot of factors that go into it that people just don't really think about, and it sucks, but whatever. Anything for the art, right? I heard Nightmare talk about this, about how it's hard to eat healthy. You know, it's hard to take care of yourself when you're out on the road because you're always going to so many places at once, and you know, you're usually in an airport, and the food there's either really expensive or just really unhealthy. And likewise, so we're always playing at gigs at like clubs, so whenever the club gets out at 3-4 a.m. then like everywhere's closed anyway, so then your only option is fast food, and that shit's garbage for you anyway. So it's really hard for you to like stay healthy for whatever you're doing. And yeah, honestly, just eat smart, and then even meal prep if you can. Just go online and figure out what kind of snacks are good for you, because it's draining, and if all you're doing is partying and drinking all the time, then it's hard, man. It can really take a toll on your body. For me, the ultimate factor of being a traveling artist will determine if you're mentally strong or not, because there's a lot of artists out there that travel, and it takes a big toll on your mental. It breaks you down, it stresses you out, gives you anxiety. I mean, like, for example, everyone always uses Skrillex, right? Skrillex is the #1 EDM artist, but even he had to take off the past 2 years. He took the past 2 years off because he just couldn't handle it no more, you know. So it really gets the best of people. So you really got to be mentally strong, disciplined in order to survive and then be successful as a traveling artist. And we all want to be traveling and aspiring artists ourselves, but you know, the truth is that a lot of y'all can't even make it to work on time. So with that kind of discipline, how are you going to incorporate that into like your career, your music, and whatever you're doing? So it's really tough, man. It takes a special kind of person in order to do it and be successful at doing it. The industry is super glorified. We always see like the cool of like seeing all these places and going to all these different cities and experiencing different culture, but there's a lot of factors that go into it behind the scenes that you have to take into account for. I'm by no means saying that traveling sucks. I mean, traveling is really cool. Like I said, you get to experience different cultures, meet different people, and then try different foods, different cities, all the architect. Like, it's really rad. It's super rad, but at the same time, you got to remember, like, this is your job. This is what we do for a career. So whatever you got to do to prep yourself to mentally stay suitable for the whole experience and the whole trip, man, you really got to take it all into account and prepare yourself for the worst. Absolutely the worst, because it's not rainbows and butterflies, man, I'm telling you. But at the same time, it is really cool. So don't let me discourage you. Most of all, keep making art, keep doing what you guys are doing, and yeah, you guys will be out here on the road soon. And another thing too is oh wait, yo bro, what are you doing out here? What you doing out here in New York, boy?
Crazy, right? I mean, we actually rolled together. We did fly out of Vegas together. That might be the reason.
Oh yeah. Well, anyway, so I'm doing this vlog on why traveling sucks. Is there anything that you have to say about like the difficulties of traveling or any of that, like any bad experiences and like how to kind of manage and cope with it?
I would say just quit. I mean, it's just the easiest way to do it. Just don't travel. No, real talk. I mean, I've worked with some major artists and I've toured the world, and of course everybody sees my Instagram and it looks epic, but what they don't realize is behind the scenes,
yep,
a lot goes into planning. All kinds of things go wrong, and your margins of error are small. Like just today, we're checking in for flights. Our luggage that we paid for is not included on the boarding pass, so that's like potentially, you know, extra money, extra hassle. Car rentals, things go wrong all the time. I mean, we ended up getting a great car, everything worked out, but sometimes when they don't, and you've got to be at a show, there's no being late. Hey, sorry, we couldn't make it. There's no.
Yeah, exactly. Especially, you know, people are paying for you to be there at a certain time, and like happens, you know, like we miss flights, or like we get stuck in traffic, and
you can't miss flights. Well, I'll give you an example. Like when we booked our flight, something went wrong with that, and then literally that morning before we came, I was like near panic attack. Luckily, my boy works for the airline, so he fixed it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
But
So,
we all don't even get that lucky sometimes, you know?
That's why you gotta have systems. Like, I have systems for travel. When I pack, I have everything a certain way. Double check this, double check that. Everybody's got their duty on what to do.
Absolutely.
Right? So, like, the key is to, like, focus on, like, the basic stuff to always, that, you know, when you're at home and you lose a charging cord or something, no big deal. But when you're on the road, it's a major problem. Now you can't charge your phone and it's already dying because you don't have easy access.
And then you can't hit up the booker or the promoter to come swoop you up from somewhere. And yeah, so yeah, like I said, there's a lot of things that goes into it. So make sure whenever you guys hit the road, just be prepared. Also, let me know who you are real quick.
I go by knowledge. I come from Las Vegas like this guy, and originally from Canada. Tour the world with some of the biggest stars.
Who'd you just get done touring with?
I was on tour with Mariah Carey in the winter in Europe, Christmas. Sorry, I'm a little bit spaced out today. Yeah, and ironically, we're actually about to go have dinner with some of the dancers because they happen to be in New York too. What are the odds of that, right?
So Mariah's here in New York?
Somewhere. I don't think she'll be here with us, but yeah, the show's tomorrow, so I'm assuming.
There you have it, folks. So yeah, again, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, or anything that helps you guys out with traveling, go ahead and leave them down in the comments. Let me know what works for you. Peace, peace, peace.